We're having our first proper cup run of non-league to legend. It's the FA Cup 6th round. We're playing Chelsea. We're at home. Could we? Hello and welcome to Season 10, Episode 6 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode, we've got the FA Cup 6th round game against Chelsea. Chelsea are a team, not Chelsea. Against Chelsea, and we're also going to play Sheffield United away in the Premier League. Before we get into that, though, let's see how we got to this point. So the last time you were with me, I think we were... Where were we? We were up here, weren't we? We hadn't played... No, in fact, we were getting beaten by Chelsea in the league. I remember now. That doesn't bode well, do we? Does it, even? What? Can I not speak today? Is that going to be the theme for this episode? I'm so excited about the FA Cup. I've got cup fever and I can't speak properly. It's because I'm so desperate to tell you about Jack Thomas, who has become the third person to support the channel on Patreon. If you want to find out more about that, details are in the description below. But thank you very much, Jack. It's very much appreciated. The game you last saw was the 2-1 away win against Everton, where I think I showed you the 3 at the back for the first time. We've experimented with it a little bit since then as well, and mixed results. We're not going to be using it today. But we did go into the 4th round replay against Wolves. We beat them 2-0. I mean, it's like it was a game from 2 years ago. We were playing Wolves and Ambrose and Sterling scored. It was quite exciting. It was a retro feel to that game, and I enjoyed it quite a lot. Didn't enjoy the next game quite so much because we started with the 3-5-2 for the first time. And it just didn't work. We were at home against Liverpool. We did it. It wasn't just a rush of blood to the head. We did it because Johnny Vaughan picked up an injury and was out for a couple of weeks. And we don't really have a backup attacking midfielder. I don't really know how we've got to that point. An oversight on my part. I guess Pedro Gomez was supposed to be that man, but as we know he's leaving at the end of the season, I'm not really that bothered in persisting with him now. We've been playing with him for 3 years, 4 years, trying to get him to fulfil some of his potential. It's just not happening. He's not getting a work permit, so why bother anymore? So we did this, and it didn't really work. Liverpool were 2-0 up by half-time. They went 4-0 up by the 80th minute. Around about then, we switched back to the normal system. Brought Keziah Sterling on. He pulled one back, but... that didn't go well at all. We did play a counter-attacking system as well. I know people have said when I've done stuff a little bit more defensive against bigger clubs in the past, I've broken it by still trying to attack. We tried to do this one properly, and it was just a complete disaster. So I don't know that I'll experiment with that again anytime soon. We then had the FA Cup 5th round game at home against local rivals Norwich, and we thumped them. They are still in the Championship, so bless them, we were always going to win. We stuck 5 past them back when we were in the Championship with them. But good to see Christian Arendt back in the goals again. He's back fit for the first time in ages. That'll probably mean he'll get injured again today. I miss the days when we were so excited about what a prospect he was, and then all the injuries came, and it hasn't really happened for him for a little while, but hopefully that's a sign that he's coming back into some form. Also goals from Teixeira, Leach and Henry Smith. But then we went away to Arsenal in the league and got thumped. Johnny Vaughan's back again, but now Ben Goddard is injured, or got injured in that game. So we're going to have Danny Sotres in goal today. And he's not the only change either, because Pascal Leader has got himself injured for the rest of the season. He's got a slip disc, out for 3 months. We're not going to see him again in Season 10. So Carlos Zabala comes back in at centre-back to partner Dane, in front of Sotres, with Leach and Fritcher as the fullbacks. We've then got Chris Kuhl and Teixeira in the midfield. Chris, I'm getting heat off the media about him now. The sooner this experiment is over, the better. I still don't get it, because looking at that player, he should be a superb central midfield player. But then you look at his season that he's had, and it just hasn't happened for him in the Premier League. I don't get it. We need to cut our losses on him in the summer, I think. But at the moment, we don't really have another option. I'd like to stick Fritcher into the midfield there, but now we've lost Leader. The only real option is Preston to come in at right back, and he played against Liverpool and got absolutely destroyed. Yeah, he was playing at wing back, but not really keen to bring him back in anytime soon. So we don't really have another defensive midfield option. But luckily, Johnny Vaughan is fit again, and our first choice front two are fit again. It's the first time these three have played together in a long while. So hopefully they'll recapture some of that early season form when they were scoring goals for fun. Garrett is just about fit enough to go on the bench. What was even wrong with him? Damaged shoulder. There you go. Probably quite crucial to a goalkeeper. So Sotres comes in for a very, very important game. Not ideal, really, but hopefully he'll have an absolute blinder. So let's get into this match. I've built it up so much that you can guarantee we're going to get beaten. I want to win the FA Cup this season. 10 seasons of this save, and we've never really taken any of the cup competitions seriously. This season's been the first time we have, and then we come up in a game like this in the 6th round against a team we still haven't managed to beat yet. They've got this regen Carles up front who just scores for fun against us, and the stats say we've played Chelsea 4 times, we've lost 4 times. It's basically Chelsea and Arsenal are the only 2 teams we've not been able to beat now since we've been in the Premier League. We did okay in the league against Arendt's through, and he scored. 25 minutes on the clock. We're 1-0 up, and that was a lovely finish. If we can keep him fit, he is going to be a superstar. It's just the pace and power involved in that move. Ball over the top. He absolutely destroys the Chelsea backline for pace and just leathers it through Courtois. What a finish. Hopefully he's going to have one of those days, because that would be amazing. Right, we're through. Oh, I thought we had Arendt through again there, and we're desperately trying to get him through. He was running so fast he ended up off the pitch there. He is up for it today, isn't he? Go on, let's get another couple of goals for him before half-time. Get this wrapped up early, that's what we want. What we don't want is to give Chelsea a chance to get back into the game, because we're on our weakened back line, missing our goalkeeper, missing our star centre-back. We're not going to be particularly strong defensively. And what was Sotres doing there? Why would you let a cross cannon into the post? That should be, at the very least, punched away or tipped behind for a corner or something. I'd like to see him catch it. He's a goalkeeper. He's allowed to do that. I thought we were gonna nick something there, and that's gonna be the danger when we let them get in behind us like that. Vaughan finds Arendt, but he can't get hold of the ball. This is a very, very fast-paced game. I've not changed the normal match speed, but it is end-to-end, pretty intense stuff. We've not really had a break from highlights all the way through this first half. Will Leach clears on the line against his old club, and I think that brings us to half-time. I'm out of breath. That was intense. The important thing is, though, we're 1-0 up, and if we can keep that up throughout the second half, we stay in the draw, which would be nice, wouldn't it? We do not want Carles to get through, because we've seen what he can do to us in the past. He is a monster of a player. Arendt's through, though. I would have bet my house on him scoring there. But a great save from Courtois. But Fritzsche, can he get the cross? And he can't. But he finds Texera. Back to Fritzsche. I'm losing my ability to speak again. This is a proper FA Cup game, isn't it? It's just constant. Right, Larsio now to Leach. Can he beat his man and get a cross in? He does. And Arendt, it was an absolute howler from the combination of Courtois and whoever their defender is. But Arendt's got his second goal. This is it's a hopeful cross from Leach that their keeper just doesn't deal with. The defender is beaten there by Arendt, who, as usual, is the quickest to react. And we're 2-0 up. That's like his 6th goal in the FA Cup this season or something ridiculous. He's decided he wants to win a trophy. Larsio's through now, and we are 3-0 up. The FA Cup's getting very exciting all of a sudden. And are we finally going to get to beat Chelsea for the first time as well? Larsio, a fantastic finish there. Now to resist the temptation to fiddle with the team and let them back into the game. They've hit the post again. That's the second time they've hit the woodwork. Right. Deep breaths. We need to slow this game down somehow. But I shouldn't fiddle. Every part of me is screaming, bring on a defender. We've got Jan Zeman on the bench there. We could just go to 3 at the back again. But Liverpool destroyed us when we did that. Right, we're going to bring Christensen on for Chris. And I'm so tempted to bring Zeman on for Vaughan. And just go very defensive. This is one of those moments, isn't it? I don't know what to do. Adjust myself in my seat. I'm going to do it, I think. what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Right, you need to be on cover. And then we'll do that. And then we'll do that. Do we need to fiddle with any of this? Take that off. We'll stick that to balanced. I mean, that looks like that should be a team capable of just seeing a game out. They've got 20 minutes to not concede 3 goals. Oh, this could be the worst decision I've made in this save so far. It's going to be devastating if we throw the game away because I've decided to fiddle with a team that's tearing Chelsea apart. And there you go, they're through, and that is the first one back. Oh no, the change hasn't even gone through yet. Right, I can't take the blame for that one because the change hadn't happened. What have I done? What have I done? I don't know if I can watch. You lot let me know in the comments how this game turned out. I'm gonna hide my eyes from it. I don't want to see. They've got the ball, haven't they? I know they've got the ball. They're going to score here. I'm sort of watching. I don't know why my hand's over my eyes. I'm watching through my fingers. But, they're going to score. They're going to score. Oh, God. Right. We need to go more defensive, I think. Come on, lads. Let's just get another goal. Will Leach against his old club. He scored a goal from almost that exact position against Norwich in the last round. Another deep breath. Thierry Ambrose, you're coming on for your calming influence. We're going to go to defensive now. I'm tempted to drop the wing-backs back into just being proper full-backs. No, that's too negative, surely. We'll give it 5 minutes and do that. Or if they score again, we'll do that. Right, Teixeira finds Arendt. Lacione... Right, there you go. We are now playing defensive football. We're trying to waste time. We just want to see out this cup tie. Can't believe this has become so tense. It shouldn't be this tense. Right. I couldn't even find the tactics button. Right, you two can drop back now. And we're just going to go for a flat back 5. We're going to go to contain. Come on, we can't concede 2 goals from here. Surely. Tell you what, we've seen this game out. We're into the next round. What is the next round after the 6th round? You know, I'm a lower league football fan. I don't know what comes after the 6th round. Is that the quarter-final? Or was that the quarter-final? What's just happened? Right. Does it tell me? We've won in the 6th round. I guess we've got a cup draw coming up then, which I will show you in a second. Right, there you go. I now understand the FA Cup. So that was the quarter-final. I probably could have big that up a little more before the game. So we've got the semi-final draw. So it's us, Leicester, Arsenal, Man City. Arsenal are the other team, along with Chelsea, who we've never managed to beat yet. So obviously we don't want them. Does this mean we get to play at Wembley? Is this my first time at Wembley? Have we done a playoff final? We haven't, have we? There you go. We're at Wembley for the first time. Right, let's do this very carefully. So, Leicester. This is the one we want. We want to play Leicester. Yes! There we go! Right, we have a chance of an FA Cup final. So when is that game going to be? 26th of April. Let's have a look at the schedule. Alright, it's ages away. We'll probably get another episode in before then. Cool, that is really close to the end of the season, isn't it? Right, let's go and play Sheffield United. Hope our league form doesn't get completely destroyed by the fact that we're all fussy about the fact we're going to get to play at Wembley and it's all getting exciting. Right, so we're away against Sheffield United. I realise I haven't shown you the league table yet in all the FA Cup excitement. We're actually lower than we've been for quite a long time, but it's because we're starting to build up a pile of games in hand because of the fact we're on our little cup run and we're trying to play Spurs and they're on a cup run in the Europa League. So that game's been rearranged a couple of times already. So we've actually got at least one game, sometimes 2 games in hand on all these teams that are above us. But even with that, those recent defeats have cost us quite dearly because even if we were to win our game in hand on Liverpool, we only go level in points with them. If we win the 2 in hand on Wolves, we might push as high as 10th. we were sort of 7th, 8th, trying to push into a Europa League position ourselves last episode. So we're in danger if we're not careful of being sucked into this nonsense down here. We've only got 7 points on Stoke in 18th place. If we do go on one of those runs of not playing well in the league because the FA Cup's so exciting, we could still get relegated. And that would just be horrific. Right. So we're away against Sheffield United. This is an important game. This is the game in hand on a lot of those teams, I think. I don't think there's many games going on tonight. So a couple of changes from the team that played against Chelsea, most notable of which is Ben Garrett comes back in goal, and Yusuf comes back in midfield. He's still not fully fit, but he's so good that if he's even close to fit, I want to play him. Everyone else is just carrying on as they are, and hopefully we can carry that form on into this game. Sheffield United are right around near us in the league. Yeah, they're a couple of places below us. So this is a big, important game. We need to pick up a win here, which is, I mean, it's not often we need to win an away game. We're still not that kind of team, but it's been a rough couple of weeks in the Premier League, so we need to start getting back to winning ways in the league. Vaughan is potentially through there. He is. Oh, how did he miss that? That was an awful miss. Right, and they're through now, and they're not going to miss. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Johnny Vaughan's thinking of Wembley. Sheffield United are thinking of let's make sure we're playing in the Premier League next season. I mean, the defensive line has been discussed in the comments before. Am I playing too high up the pitch? Is that why balls over the top are so dangerous? We haven't got the quickest back line, but I'm conscious of the fact that if we don't play the defensive line where we are, the gap between the midfield and the defence starts to get really big because we've not got a holding midfield player, and that could cause problems of their own, which I guess we could solve by playing a proper diamond. But then we have the problem where our defensive midfielder is playing at right back because we don't have another right back at the moment. See, even I'm thinking I don't really care. I want to win the FA Cup now. And if I'm thinking that, what must the players be thinking? We've got to make sure we don't throw the league away. Arendt's done well, scored a goal there while I was waffling on. Wasn't really paying attention. So Fritzsche with the cross, is that yet another assist for him? He is an assist machine at right back, and Arendt's done really well. Good header. 1-1. We can go on to win from here. That's the plan. Let's go on to win from here, lads. That's tactical advice for you. We would like to win the game from this point. Right, 1-1 at half time. By no means a disaster. Let's go on and get another couple of goals. We've just scored 3 goals past Chelsea, for goodness sake. We can score 3 goals against Sheffield United as well. Surely. We're only 6 points away from that magic 40 points, but it's a much higher point scoring season than last year because we finished on about 35, 36 points last season, I think. I know we only just avoided relegation, but I don't think that's going to be enough this year. Looking at some of the points down here, there's no team falling away like Villa were last year. Vaughan's finally made up for his error in the first half and tucked that away to make it 2-1. At the second time of asking, was it Larsio had the first chance? Fritzsche again causing problems down the right-hand side. Larsio forces a save out of their keeper and Vaughan just sort of toe pokes in the rebound. So, do we go to the 3 at the back again? Because we're in the lead with 20 minutes to go. Is this our new thing that we do? Yusuf's got to come off regardless. But do we bring Jan Zeman on for him? Drop Vaughan back into midfield? I mean, really, when we went to 3 at the back against Chelsea, we didn't see the goal. The goal went in before the change. But if we do this, we're basically saying we're not going to win this match if they do come back into it. Because we just won't be able to. Because we won't have anything going forward anymore. So if we do... No, that's what we're trying to do. Why haven't you just stayed on the position that's normally there? There we go. And then do... Right, what's going on there? Do that. Go to counter. What did we fiddle with in here? We took that off, didn't we? And we did that. I probably should set this tactic up if we're going to do it regularly. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to leave it for now because I'm very conscious of if they get back into the game, I want to be able to go attacking again. So I don't want to bring on another midfielder now. And when that happens, not be able to go back to the attacking version, which is exactly what we're going to do now. So straight back as you were, lads. So we may as well take off Dane because he's got a yellow card. Although he's playing better than Zabala. But we'll take him off anyway. So we'll do that. And now we can bring Cool on for Dane. And everyone thinks I'm a complete idiot for fiddling. I love to have a fiddle. I've left that on counter, haven't I? Why didn't anyone tell me? Right, hold on. So we need to go back to attack him. We need to put that back on. We need to go back there. And that's our normal tactic then. Ah! Johnny Vaughan's an attacking midfielder, not a trequartista. I need to save this free at the back tactic so that stuff like this doesn't happen. He's not in the right role either. Oh, for goodness sake. See, why do you let me fiddle? I've thrown this away. Right, let's make another change while we're here. Why am I fiddling? Let's fiddle some more. Right, Lacio, you're coming off for Thierry Ambrose. Come on, Thierry, go and get a goal. We need a goal. We need to win this game. But I guess the momentum's with Sheffield United now. Because we just took... Oh, what was I thinking? Don't let me do that again. Please let me know in the comments why that was the wrong thing to do. And why I should never do it again. Oh, Ambrose off the crossbar. We've had 3 clear-cut chances and they've had 1. We should have won this match today. Oh, this is upsetting. Oh dear. Right, Arendt's through. Can he do it? He can't even keep hold of the ball. Right, we've still got half a minute, which means they've still got half a minute. Right, come on, just lump it forward. I don't really know what you're trying to do there. Have they had a player sent off? I don't know why they didn't. They should have done. Vaughan through to Arendt. No. We've now got 5 seconds. Ambrose back to... See, Ambrose should have just done a bicycle kick there and just tried to get it towards the goal. I mean, 2-2 is not the end of the world. What might have been if I hadn't fiddled when I didn't need to. We're back up to 12. We've still got a game in hand on most of the teams around us. And we're 6 points away from the magic 40 with 10 games to go. What's our schedule of games looking like? Because I want to get those next couple of wins ASAP. And realistically, we should win those next 2 games. That's what we should be aiming for. Let's get to 40 points here. And then, I mean, there's other winnable games in the mix as well, leading up to the Leicester game. In fact, the whole run-in, apart from maybe Spurs and United, the run-in looks quite nice. We just need to not mess it up. If you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see an FA Cup semi-final. 10 years in, we're finally at Wembley. And thank you very much for watching.